Friends, welcome to a Sunday Live here with Simon and myself, Daryl. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, Daryl. Very well. Keeping busy. How about yourself?
Doing well, doing well. We have a lot of nice things to talk about today. I was hoping to
hmm
have had a guest, but I wasn't able to connect with him. We'll get him here on another weekend for sure, but just wanted to open things up. We don't have the holiday Halloween special. We had a lot of good feedback on that last weekend, but it was
Oh yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, I think I have to keep a theme running. I think that's good, and obviously a big build up to Christmas. So you've got the beard, Daryl. So you just need the hat now, and you're all set for Christmas.
yeah, not quite Santa Claus there, but it was the weekend where we fall back in the United States time wise. So
Yes.
we've caught up to you guys, and we had a little debate this morning with my brother-in-law about if you were in the old time, would you be early or would you be late if your clocks were set the wrong time?
Ah, I can't follow it. I'm just glad we're here at the same time. To be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we were in a debate about that today, so that's fun. But welcome to everybody that's joining. Mazona, thank you for coming up,
Hey, Zona.
saying
Good to see
hello.
you.
If you guys come on to the YouTube channel through Simon's or my YouTube, that might be the best way to communicate with the comments because that's where we get your actual name comes through where the Facebook user will with this particular platform it'll always say Facebook user instead of
Yeah.
they haven't upgraded that for groups. Like it works
Right.
for
Okay. Yeah.
companies, it works for your Facebook page, but it doesn't work for groups. So if you want to jump over to the YouTube channel, that might be the best way to come up. So here's Jeff Wiseman. See, his picture came up with the big
Hey,
hello.
Jeff.
So thanks,
Yeah.
Jeff. Appreciate it. All right. So you want to give us just a little update of what might be coming our way today, and then we'll talk
Yeah,
a little
got
bit
got a
about what
couple of
I have.
things we're gonna yeah, a couple of things we're gonna talk about. First of all, thought we'd talk about indexation, some hints and tips on how to encourage your pages to be indexed and how to keep them in the index. So, got a few thoughts on that,
Mhm.
and also we've got a new feature in the show. By popular demand, I know there's a lot of LTDers around. I know I'm a lifetime deal addict, and I'm on some other Facebook groups and all the rest of it. So we're going to do a lifetime deal of the week. So I'm going to feature a deal that I've bought recently and what I think about it and a few pros and cons of it. So but it's just a quick thing, just a minute or two, nothing too long, but that's a new thing we thought we'd try out.
The big Black Friday specials are coming for all the
Yeah, that's
software
what I think. Oh, yeah.
lovers. I haven't figured out what I'm doing for Black Friday yet for everybody. We've got a lot of different softwares this year, more than last year. So I'm gonna try to figure out what's gonna be the focus. If you guys have any ideas, reach out to me at daryl.chat. But I'd like to do something special for Black Friday. Yeah, so that's what I'd like to do.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'll probably do something same on courses, whatever. But yeah, I'll have to have a think about that. Still
Now,
got plenty of time, haven't we? What, a week and
yeah,
a half?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's
2 weeks.
not plenty of time to arrange things. Sometimes you have to do a little extra work to get things to come through. But yeah, definitely, it's definitely something that I like to make it so that if people like to take advantage of a really big deal, that's a once a year kind of thing. That's one of the things I like to offer to people. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about some rankings that I have with Mentorprise Publishing. I'll reveal the actual search terms and things like that, and the domain and things like that, so you can actually check for yourself. But this is something that we talked about with a webinar before. I know Simon uses Mentorprise as well,
hmm
and we're all learning. We're experimenting with different ways to get it to perform really great. But I just want to show you some of the results that are coming through. And there are a lot of other pages that you don't know about that are also coming through on other domains. So yeah, so
And
we'll
that links to AppSumo as well. Some interesting stuff there too. But I think you're gonna share that a bit later on. Yeah.
yeah. So we also have domains up for grabs. So let me go ahead and share my screen for a second. And let's see here. Hold on. I will go ahead and share my screen so you can see the domains that will be up for grabs later on today. Have some really interesting different ones. MyLocalPal.com, LegalQuestions.net, Ukulele.store, and Toothache.io. So those are the ones that you could possibly win tonight later on. And
Toothache, I like that one. That's good. A good sound to it.
For a dentist, Toothache.io.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it could be something else, like a magazine or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds good.
So we'll do that. So domains, we have update on that, and then I'll give you a little update on Mass Website Builder. We had some pretty good things happen in the last week and a half, and we're getting ready to relaunch that. We're just working on some testing and getting it to work with my form and things like that. So it'll probably be maybe after Christmas. But we're getting really close on that launch. So, all right. Also, okay. So let's see. We have a room full of people today. If you want to be on YouTube, that's the best way to send your comments in. So that way we can definitely see. The reason why you can't comment on Facebook is that this app, Melon, that we're using, doesn't work with Google, Facebook groups to send through that information. But you can always use Facebook if you want. You just put in parentheses who you are, and then we'll know who you are. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit like StreamYard, isn't it? But it's, I think, a new player in the market. So I think there's a few things that are developing. It looks pretty good, though, but I don't think they've sorted this out just yet.
Yeah, my biggest thing is sometimes my Chrome browser collapses, so I almost want to have something that is off the browser. So like GoToWebinar is, but yeah. Dana says hi, guys. See, there's how you do it.
That's it. Yeah. Hi Dana. How you doing?
Awesome. So if you guys didn't get a chance to watch my webinar from last night or yesterday for the bulkleads.net, that's a partnership we have with another developer. And basically, we did an offer on that you'll have to watch the video to see, but it basically sweetens the deal. So be sure to watch that if you haven't already done so. All right. It's a great tool for a guy like Dana who's doing domain searches, and there's definitely some cool things that you can get out of there, just as ideas and things like that. We've done a lot of improvements on domain kicks in the last week or so, but I've talked about it on the last two videos so you can definitely check those things out. We're waiting for the next update, which will have where you can put emails in, and then it'll pull out all of the root domains. And then you can search those for if they're available. So I think that'll be really a cool thing. All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So Simon, why don't you share your screen and
try and share the screen, see if it'll work. And just going to talk about indexation. So just let me get on to this. Hold on a second.
I gotta get rid of the Sunday Live thing here. Hold on. Okay.
Can you see that on the screen there? Indexation, Daryl?
Wait, I gotta show it on the stream. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, so just going to talk a little bit about indexation. So from an SEO perspective, we all want rankings, but before we can get rankings, you've got to have the search engine Google index you, or Bing or wherever else you want to get ranked for. So just a few thoughts on indexation, how you do it and how can you encourage it. So first thing to say, and this is probably pretty well known, but we can't force Google to index a web page, but we can do some things that can encourage Google to look quicker and encourage it to stay in the index. So fresh new pages Google will typically look at within 2 to 3 weeks, but it can be a lot quicker than that. So if you're a high authority site with a lot of backlinks already coming in, you've got traffic, Google's going to be crawling your site very regularly. Sometimes for very popular sites, you're going to be every hour. For a local business site, maybe every 2 or 3 days. But if you're launching a fresh site, it might take a little bit of time for Google to find it and start working its way through that. And also, you can have an issue where something launches and get indexed quite quickly, but then Google tests it and then decides it actually doesn't want it anymore, and it falls out of the index. So there's things you can do to help. So we'll go from things that are kind of, I would say, fairly moderate to extreme is probably the wrong word. I just thought I'd throw up the graphic, but sort of straightforward stuff to more advanced or involved stuff to help with indexation. So normal stuff first of all. So obviously, if you're working with Google, all the things that you might do normally, which is make sure that you've got a sitemap loaded in so Google can easily find your different pages. Obviously, your WordPress plugin or whatever will update new pages as they go onto your website. That will appear in the sitemap, and that will encourage Google to see it. And then you can also, if you want to, use the URL inspection tool within Google to paste in the individual URL to request indexing. That can give Google a little bit of a bump if you want to. Things like good interlinking across your site, and obviously the traffic that's already on your site will help Google to find new links as they get added. So always make sure you don't put in an orphaned page. Make sure that you've got a good linking structure across the site, with links going outbound and inbound to the site. And then you can also have things like SEO Press, which is an SEO plugin, and you can ping Google to encourage Google to take a look at the site. So typically, you don't need to do anything really. Google should just find your site, should index it, success mission, job done. But sometimes things can be harder than that, and there might be other things that you want to try to get ranked quicker, or you might have a problem if you're working a client site and there's no indexing, there's an issue. It can be a problem that Google's taken a look at it and doesn't like the content, or you might want to look at your links, or you might just want to try and throw some links or traffic towards the pages to try and get Google to pick up the pace and get it. These are things that don't control Google; they just encourage things. So a few ideas are: try and build some links from other good sources, try and get some social signals from Facebook, Twitter, etc. And you can also get a little bit, if you really are worried about not just links entering the index, but also staying in the index, and this definitely can be a problem, is you can use safe links to your site, and you can power them up with spam links in the background. I've sort of called them spam, maybe we'd call them automated links, but we'll get into that. So here's a few ideas. So first thing, most obviously, once you've launched the page, it's good practice to put out some links on some of the social media platforms. Google My Business, obviously owned by Google typically, so you can post your blog post on there. That's Google's going to see that link very quickly. That's certainly something that's going to help indexing fast. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, I think are all things you can also put in there. If Google sees the link, sees anybody pressing the button and clicking through, that's going to be something that will help as a signal. So there's a couple of things to help it on its way. Other things you can do if it's more important for you, I mentioned Google My Business. You can also have, if you've got your own Google News network, or you can submit to a Google News network, which is normally paid, but you can buy those sort of things off Fiverr or other providers. And there's other things that people can do in terms of posting links on Google Sites or Blogger, which is obviously owned by Google as well. You can put a post in there with some links as well. So, this is just, again, small nudges towards Google to try and encourage it to rank. Google News, I think, is particularly effective because Google News feeds are going into Google every hour or two. They can encourage your site to be indexed and obviously get some traffic on it as well. So Google News is quite an interesting one just from encouraging indexation. So say you've gone all through these things, say you're still worried, concerned, or whatever, you want a faster result, there's other options. So I use Omega Indexer occasionally. Again, I would say if you've got your content right and you're interlinking and the site's set up and everything else, it shouldn't be necessary to do this as a matter of course, but you might want to do that particularly if you've got a mass page. You might want to run all of your URLs through the tool. You can obviously use Screaming Frog to scrape your URLs, get 200, 500, and you could run it through a tool like Omega. There are others. I'm not necessarily only highlighting Omega, it's just one that I've used and would be happy to continue to use. So that's one idea, is to use an indexer. And basically the indexer just pings Google and gets a response, and that is some of the stuff that they do in the background to try and encourage indexing. There's no doubt some secret sauce in there as well, but that's the claim to increase speed and chances of indexation. couple more things. I'm going to bring you in soon, Daryl, because I know you'll have some questions. But I'll just get through this kind of list of ideas. Other ideas which work, again, these are more cost options, but sending out syndicated press releases are a well used SEO tactic. There are many networks. I've bought press releases from thehoff.com in the past, and there's other applications that I use now as well to send out press releases, and these can be great. Press releases can be phenomenally cheap and phenomenally expensive depending on the quality of the publication. Whether you're going to, I don't know, the Guardian newspaper, or you're going out on Fiverr, there's going to be a very dramatic range of different things there. And a lot of press releases for SEO are there's not really any news. It's just something, again, to put out the links and encourage some traffic, encourage some backlinks through. One of the things about press releases links is they often don't last very long. So you can send them out, get hundreds of links, and then over time they'll be purged by the news provider. So that's one thing to bear in mind. And then for last kind of a couple of ideas, again, this is really getting much more advanced, much more kind of heavyweights. But if you want to, this is probably more of a tactic for keeping links in the index, and this is something I've used particularly on Blogger. So if you have sites that are links that you want to index, you can paste those links into a Blogger article, and then you can fire a load of RankerX or Money Robot or GSA automated backlinks through to those. You can also use G-Sites as well for that. The idea that obviously is a Google property, it's a buffer, and it's more of advanced sort of tiered link building. But again, these are things that you can do to probably more encourage the links to stay in. And I did a test on this 8 or 9 months ago. I had a photography domain I wasn't using, and I actually sent a load of links directly through from Money Robot to the site. And I just checked on earlier on, actually, there are still a couple of hundred backlinks from Money Robot. Some of them are quite a high DA. These are sites that are created bespoke through the tool, and it's quite interesting to still see them there. But I did also use Blogger to send some links through to these as well, some of these actual sites to try and encourage those to stick. So a few other ideas. And then probably the last thing, and this is something I'm starting to get into myself, is looking at Google Stacks. So without going into all of this, but it's basically techniques to build G Drive, things like PDFs, sheets, docs, slides, Google Maps, using Google properties to create content and create links from that content to sites. So again, this is getting much more much more detailed. Shouldn't be something you need to do in ordinary circumstances. I did a mass page site just a few weeks ago with 50k pages, and I can already see it indexing. I've not done any backlink building, it's just happening, and the interlinking that's in this is just something that Google's picking up on. So normally just put the page out and that's be fine, but you can get involved in more of these sort of involved techniques if you want to help with your indexing and maintaining them. I think probably final things just to beware content and like duplicate content. So Google might look at your pages, think that there's duplicate content there, and want to take some of them out of the index and think it's not worth crawling. So that's another thing that can help things drop out. So that's my kind of smash through ideas on indexing there, Daryl. I don't know if you've got any questions, or anybody else has any questions, things you want to add in there?
Well, I was also doing some work at the same time, but did you mention like did you mention like tweeting out a message?
I did. Yeah,
okay.
I did. Yeah,
I
talking
like
social networks and Twitter, I think is good for indexing. Yeah, I think Google My Business is a good one as well. Yeah,
I definitely think that those are good ones. And then I like 85% of the time don't use an indexing service.
No.
I just try to build the site structure so that it just can, just through the front page without a sitemap, just find all of the links that I'm hoping for it to find. And I give the most popularity to the links I think will be hardest to rank, so that in the markets that matter the most to me. So if it's a local magic page plugin kind of site where it has local things, then that's the main thing. If it was going after affiliate offers, it would be the hardest terms to find. We get the most link juice, right? Inside the page structure. I'm trying to think. I think you covered a lot of the things. Sometimes what I'll do also is I find that this works when you're developing a site is if you bookmark a site in Chrome, I've seen pages that I don't have anywhere else, and I just bookmarked it in Chrome in a few different profiles, and all of a sudden it starts to index.
Oh,
So
that's a good idea. Yeah, that's interesting.
know. Yeah, I don't know why that is, but I can only think, because it's a Google property, perhaps. But and also it could be the fact that it's getting traffic inside of Chrome. So I don't know if it's the bookmarking or what it is specifically, but I do think that's one of the reasons why I use Chrome a lot, actually. So if I'm doing something, I want to be very transparent with the traffic and everything. I'll use Chrome because I want that data to get back to the big old G up in the sky there. And so I really like the fact that you added the G stacks. That can be a real incognito way of letting Google know that you've got some pages out there. And then sometimes just a network of your own sites where you can put like a resources page and just like mention it in your resources page, that other site. And that typically will do a lot because it's like a discovery, especially if it's a new site. Google will be like, oh, well, there's already a link or two coming from the other respected properties, then this must be good. But I think the worst thing that you can do is go toxic on it and just do too many all at once. I think that it's just one of those things where it's like citations and just like a few resource pages and a few just drop a few droppings here and there about it. And then as you get more traffic, then you start to add more. It's sort of that dance, I like to call it, with Google, that you have to do. So
I think if you fire it in too early, send 3,000 money robot links to it, it's going to look very unnatural, and it wouldn't be the first place I'd start. But I think some of the other things, social media, Google News, other things are fairly straightforward. Google Stacks maybe a bit more further down the track.
Yeah, you don't want to turn off the Google spiders by overdoing it. It's the more that it comes to you, it seems like it works better long term. So
that's right. I don't know if anybody's got any questions about that. I can't see the questions, so after all, on you.
Just there was Dana said that just some blips with the video. Greetings, all I got. So guys, if you have any questions about this indexation, is there any tactic that you use for indexing your pages? We'd love to know about that. We'll add it up here. Or you can join us during the guest portion of the conversation here, where you can come up and talk to us live on the talk here. All right.
Cool. I'll put up my links, Daryl, just while we're here. If anybody wants to get, hold on a second.
I have.
So if you want to get the slide, it's go.simonhogman.com/slides. My Facebook group's Local SEO Heroes, and simons.chat. You can get in touch for a chat. So that's my bit, really. Shall I talk about my Pinterest course bit later on, Daryl? Or do you want to do
you want to do it now or later?
Yeah,
whenever you're ready.
I'll do it now. I just got the slides up. So
okay. All right. Yep.
So look, if you're a member of my Facebook group, you'll be aware that I'm launching a Pinterest marketing course with a lady called Anna Cordelia. It says Anna Pierce Roberts down there because she's changed her name recently, and she's decided she's going to stick with Cordelia because most people know her as that. And she's a digital marketing coach and works in the creative industry. We put this course together, and we're launching it on Tuesday. So it's going to be a 2-hour live session. We're going to do a full course walkthrough of the materials. We're going to have a Q&A session. We're going to be talking about SEO strategy, Pinterest strategy, how it links with SEO, why it's a good source of traffic, why there's high search intent, some of the sort of hints and tips that Anna uses. She gets millions of views on her pins and boards, so it's something that she's using successfully. And there's an early bird offer if you want to buy into that. So go.ht/ says clinked there. That's not right. Or go.ht/Pinterest. Go.ht/Pinterest. Clinked as the LTD we're talking about later on. But you'll be able to sign up there, and then there's lifetime access to the course and the video and everything else. So if you want anything about Pinterest, we can do that a bit later on. And I'll come back to the LTD later, and I'll fix that link. But it's go.ht/Pinterest should get you to the right place.
I have to have you send me through the link to that, and I'll make the go.ht thing work, because I don't think I have that one set up yet.
Okay, no
So
worries.
go ahead and send that over to that, and I'll do that.
Yeah, somebody's put in the chat, but I will send it over now, Daryl. That's okay.
No. If you could send me what you want it to link to, because I don't think go.ht/Pinterest is set up yet.
Okay, let me get on to that. Yeah. Okay.
So
thanks anyway. I hope that was useful. Thanks anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll get the Pinterest one set up, but good news, good information. I really appreciate that you're doing the course. And then later on in the program, I think we'll do the LTD of the week.
Yeah, we'll talk about
this
that.
Is a brand new feature that we're doing here. And that will be a regular occurrence. We're just going to look through like AppSumo and the various, lifetime deal offers to see if there's any that came through that would be good for people in SEO and in mass page or domaining, basically those areas. And we're going to check them out ourselves. So we'll verify that they're useful and things like that. And
yeah, I'm only going to talk about ones I've bought and use and intend to keep. So that's my kind of criteria. So it's not a case of just coming on each week and saying, here's one, here's a code, go and buy it. It's something that I'm using, and I'll talk about what I think I'm using it for, and might be interested to hear if anybody's got the same thing or want to use it as well. So yeah, we'll chat about that a bit later on, I think.
Yep. So we do have go.ht/Pinterest now set up for the Pinterest course. And
awesome.
So we got that now. All right. So on my end of things, again, we'll have that domain that you can win at the end. We'll also have the lifetime deal of the week where we'll talk about that. I'm looking for your ideas and suggestions for our special for the Black Friday discount. And so we'll figure that out. I would like to get some of the members that have been with us a long time. Let me know what would be good for you guys for what we could do for the lifetime special. We're working on some new features for Siphon. So one of the things I want to discuss is that Siphon. A lot of what we've done with Siphon is from the ground up. The neural network, all of this kind of stuff. And we're building a lot of things off of the technology in the future. So we just built a scraper that pulls the search results from Google. So we don't have to use an API for that, because we were having issues with the APIs. And typically an API is basically relying on a neighbor to give you what you need. And so whenever you do that, you put yourself in a situation where they make a change or an adjustment and it throws off your code. It's something that if their server goes down, you go down. Like there's so many dependencies that start to happen. And so we found that there's a lot of things in the process of what we do for Siphon that can be used with other developers as well. So we're building a set of development tools that will be able to be used from Siphon, and it'll be in a marketplace for just API. So it won't be something that necessarily you're going to be messing around with unless you want code, APIs. But we're building it so that way we can use it on other projects of ours in the future that I think will be beneficial to mass page, for SEO, for all of those kinds of things that are going on under the hood here. So that's the one thing I wanted to update you on. The other thing I want to update you on is Mass Website Builder. Mass Website Builder is gone. There was some certain things that I've really insisted on being changed since the last time that you guys saw it. One of the issues was that every single time you loaded the page, different spin text would resolve. And so that has now been resolved. Now the spin text will lock to that page that is created. Okay. The other good thing about this is that it's going to be hosted if you want right on our servers. So you can just point your domains and you can literally change the entire website in a matter of 1 second to a totally different website, because it builds it as a project. And then you can just assign the domain to that project. And it'll also allow you to assign a subdomain as well. So you'll be able to assign different subdomains to it. So if you wanted to do like different locations and things like that, it'll be really rapid to do that. The thing I'm working on now is bringing over the form, mass page form, so that you can have an output that goes right into there. And we're also working on some really cool stuff that I can't announce yet with regard to how it looks on the page. So that's why I think this won't be done until after Christmas, because of the amount of work that's being done to do it. But as soon as we have it ready, probably after the first of the year, we'll launch this so that you can get access to it. Now, if you've already a lifetime member of Mass Website Builder, then you're going to have all of these features. This will be just a part of what you already have. If you've never...
Daryl, is it worth just saying what a Mass Website Builder is for people that might not have it, just to kind of put it in context, yeah?
What's that?
I was just saying, to put Mass Website Builder, just explain what it is, just for people that might not be aware. Like, what is it? A plugin? WordPress? What
yeah,
is it?
So it's a cloud-based platform, or a server-based platform that has templates, and it has city locations. So it's basically a micro version of Magic Page plugin, but it creates pages that you can just export as PHP pages and put on any server. You also can take this and just run it on our servers and just point the domain to it. So it's a really fast way to not have to worry about having WordPress. So you could scale, and you could do a lot of little websites with this that are lead gen type of websites very easily. Other types of websites you could do pretty much, but it's mainly for like lead generation sites based on location in a form and all that kind of thing. So, cool. Yeah, somebody asked, is this actually really happening? Like, really? Yes, like really, it's really happening. I've been very frustrated because I've been trying to get things to work a certain way, and I've been fighting to have it happen for you guys, and I've won. So we're gonna have what we want, so it's a good thing. Is Mass Website Builder like Mentorprise? Let me just throw that up. No, Mentorprise Publishing is a whole other beast altogether. I would say MWB is more like these micro sites that draw in traffic, whereas the Mentorprise is like a massive platform where you can do like 10,000-20,000 pages in about 2 minutes, and they're all different and unique. So it's definitely a big thing, Enterprise, for that. So that's one of the differences. It's hard to explain. Simon, did you ever use MWB before?
No, I've never used it. No.
Okay. So it's hard to explain how it's different, but once we do the demo for MWB, you'll see its purposes. It's not meant to replace Mentorprise by any stretch. Mentorprise is the enterprise version of any mass page builder. I've never seen anything. It's the Ferrari, basically. So yeah, it's been a minute. So thanks for fighting the good fight for Mass Website Builder. Absolutely. I don't give up. I want the best for the project. So and I know what the best is for what it needs to do. It can't, every time you load the page, it can't be a different page, right? It can't be. So it's working really well. I'm very impressed with it right now, because some features that we'll be showing you in the future. I want some surprises. So when you guys do see it, I think you'll be pretty impressed at how it works. All right, that's MWB. Now, see, we're going to talk about Mentorprise rankings, and we do have domains that we're going to give away as we get closer to the top of the hour. And we will also have a chance for you to come up and talk to us live. So hold your questions and bring those questions up if you would like to do that. And we can talk to you live on here. So that's what's still to come, plus the lifetime deal of the week that Simon will talk about.
Yeah.
And maybe you can use his affiliate link and buy him a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's it. Coffee's welcome. That's it. Yeah.
So, somebody asked a question: the quickest you ranked a local site on a fresh domain, good optimization, medium difficulty. I like that question. Mm-hmm. When you say ranked, there's a lot of different ways to say ranked. Could it be ranked for a really competitive keyword? Typically, that takes about 6 months to do, and some effort on a really new domain. To get a long tail keyword, 45 days. You can do that. So I think if you just follow best practices, you should start to see something after probably 30 days. But yeah, I would start to see some decent stuff in 45 to 60 days.
Yeah, I think that's a good number. I mean, it can be quicker, can be slower. I mean, I did a Menterprise site just a few weeks ago in a local niche in the UK and the US, and I've seen it indexing already within a couple of weeks, and also ranking. So ranking on town pages and some county pages. So you put niche plus county, niche plus town, and I'm seeing niche plus town on page 1 for a number of keywords already, and niche plus county on page 2. So I think things can happen quickly, but I think that's probably to do with the indexing and the volume of pages that are being put out. It's obviously harder if you're only putting out a small number of pages, and obviously if you're using Magic Page plugin, they recommend Mike and Keith and the guys there, and we would recommend that you build these things gradually and steadily anyway. So I wouldn't recommend on Magic Page plugin putting out 200 or 1,000 pages on one day. So it's going to be a little bit of time for that to rank on anything meaningful and build up anyway. But so I think it's certainly months, not weeks, for a typical local site.
Absolutely. So what you're seeing right here is a website that I'm using for Menterprise, and it's listpage.net. And the subdomain on this one is cryptocurrency.listpage.net. And I have stuff on here for AppSumo, actually. I don't know how that ended up happening, but I must have something wrong inside of the group that I have. But you can see like this section here are all AppSumo deals that I have my affiliate offer on. Okay. And when you arrive to the page, you'll see, does it say more AppSumo deals? You can go to the deals or no thanks. And if you hit no thanks, it brings you to the web page. Okay. And this is all content that is sort of brought together by using Menterprise. And you can see that it has like a table of contents over to the side, and it has like recent posts and this kind of stuff. And I just want to show you, because I set this and forgot this. Like I literally spent 2 hours, and I built a bunch of pages for AppSumo. Just hit launch, and this is for an affiliate link, and it just has.
I was going to say, this is like a standard format, isn't it? So pretty much Menterprise pages just look like this. It looks very much like a blog, and there's the images and the links and the categories and all the rest of it. And Menterprise is really putting out bulk content, but they all pretty much look like this. You're not in there web designing or adding logos or anything else. It's really just pushing the content out and then getting the rankings from that.
Right. So I wanted to show you just on this topic, okay, just like sort of the things that come up. So I have 4 domains on this public campaign. All right. And we're just going to put in niches, which is a product on AppSumo. Okay. And so I put in niches AppSumo. So if somebody's looking for this expired deal, here we are at number 6 with linksadd.com. Here we are with number 7, virtualreality.com, virtualreally.com. We're number 8. We're number 9. And who knows how many other ones we come up for. And that's above like Twitter. That's above like some major sites. Okay, so Menterprise works, guys. It's definitely working very well to put us on page one for that one. Let's see if we go to
But this
like,
campaign's only a month or two old, isn't it, Daryl? As well,
yeah,
this is not something that's been
probably
around for a year, is it? I mean, this is fairly new.
maybe 45 days ago I put this up.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's AppSumo Crunchbase. Okay, AppSumo Crunchbase. That's a product on there, and if you see, we're number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. So this is how I'm doing it now, like just building out a lot of pages like this. Here's another one. Let's see if this one comes up. AppSumo AccuRanker. Okay, so here's the product, and here we are, number 7, above Reddit. Number 12, number 13, number 14, number 17. And this is after this domain has been out in the public for quite a while on YouTube and everything else. We could grab another one here and just show you. Here's Nifty AppSumo, and I'm just using AppSumo as just a modifier. But here we go again. So if we go here, page 1. Okay, we're on page 2 for this, but we're holding a lot of positions. 11, 12, above GitHub. Here's another 17. Here's another one, 19. Okay, so you can do, you can do the quick content that you can do with Menterprise, but there are actually people in our group that are writing each one really nicely, and they're getting great results. You could do review sites. You could do a lot of different stuff in here. This is Copysmith AppSumo. And we're holding some good positions on page 2 on here. So here's number 11. We're there. We're number 12. We're number 13. Above Product Hunt. Above SaaS Hub. Above Facebook. So
I think that where this really comes into its own is it's for stuff that's long tail and you haven't really thought of it. It just, you don't know where the traffic's going to come in because you're throwing so many darts, as the analogy that we used before. You don't know what people are going to search, and so this is just an example of, if you put these things in, you can see the site's ranking. And I think on Daryl's got 5 out of the 10 positions on page 1 for some of those AppSumo searches. But anything longer tail than that, you could be ranking right at the top. You just don't know where things are going to actually come in from. So it's not a normal kind of SEO thing where you're targeting, here's your 40, 50 keywords and let's have a look at those. This is keywords that could come in from anywhere.
Right, exactly. I mean, we're just showing just some ones that people might be surprised, but this is a big product. Deposit Photo has been on AppSumo several times, and so we're coming in top 20 on that as well, right? So,
and Daniel's he's asking some questions about, are you seeing any sales and what's sort of coming in? So I know you were running a case study, Daryl, and you're obviously an AppSumo affiliate. So don't know if there's anything you can share with Dana for that or not.
Yeah, we do have a closed group where I reveal that kind of information. I don't do that on this, but let me just say this: since I've started these affiliate things, I haven't been paying for Menterprise because the cost of Menterprise is less by quite a bit than what I'm making with the affiliate for it. Okay, so that's all I can tell you on this forum here. But here's Phrase. Phrase is a big product, right? AppSumo and Phrase, we're 23, we're 26. So imagine if it wasn't as competitive as these. What if it was something that was like location plus something, right? How well will you rank with that? So, yeah. So I just wanted to kind of show that to you, to show you that this is still working. Yeah. Awesome. So let's go through some of the questions. Soursop said, expired domains regarding the last question or new domains. I would say new domains is what I was referring to. expired domains with good backlinks, I think you would maybe speed it up a little bit. But I think the biggest thing that you would speed up is how quickly you rank for the bigger keywords. So having some established backlinks help you with those longer, the harder to get keywords. Would you agree with that, Simon?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was looking at the next question, if I'm honest. So I was going to come back on that, but just reading. Brian, I think it's Brian, isn't it? Brian's question about enterprise content and adding his own words for sites there.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Is that on yours?
No, it's on just a later one. So
okay.
I can tell you one of the things I do, Brian, on Enterprise. I mean, I scrape the content for a particular keyword, often a question, and then I'll actually export a lot of the stuff that comes back and put it into something called Text Shaker, which I know Daryl uses as well. And I will clean that out manually, and then I'll add in shortcode variables to the end of what comes out to give a kind of a local modifier. So if it is, whatever, Daryl's example of, AppSumo niche, is nicheness the best AI content writer on AppSumo, and I'm obviously a local focus, so I would put in, in London or in New York or whatever on the end of it. But I clean the brand names out there manually. You get 100, and it can be a bit of a test to go through it. But I think the fact that you're using the headlines of the content at the top, that works really well. And then anything that appears actually in the enterprise content itself, I just leave it. And I think it's still going to be a ranking factor because it's still relevant content about that niche or whatever your keyword is. So I clean the brands out of the headers, but not the content. I just leave it to rank, to be honest.
Yeah. We had a question from Learner who wants to know what sites we're using for domain appraisals. I have a few that I use for that. Let me see. There is, let me just show you a few of them. Let me see if you don't have my screen. Let me show my screen for a second. And because we do have some people that love domains on here, so we love you too. So let's talk about some of the domain appraisal tools that are out there. So there's one called domainindex.com. I don't know if you can see that, domainindex.com. That will give you one. There's one called estabot.com that I use. You're going to get different estimates from different places. GoDaddy has an appraisal tool, so you can just search GoDaddy appraisal tool. You'll find there. There's another one called Doma Now. That's DOMANOW. And it's taking them a little bit. This does an advanced appraisal, so you can check out 100 sites at a time here on Doma Now. I use Nameworth sometimes to get a more retail pricing on .com domains. They don't have all extensions on there, where I think you have a better chance of getting that with the GoDaddy appraisal tool and also Estabot. So there's also another one called let's see. I think it's called DN. Hold on a second. I'm trying to think what it is. I can't think of what it is, but there's a few different ones. If you just look them up, you'll find a few, and then you just got to try them and sort of find the average. There's one called Free Valuator is another one. I don't think I have that in my drop downs here, but there's another one called Free Valuator that's pretty decent. But the big difference is you've got to find an end user. You've got to find somebody that is actually going to use the domain versus just another domainer that's going to flip it, because a person that's going to flip it won't pay much for it, because they want to get enough resale value. And if it doesn't sell, they're just sitting on it, right? So Dana asked, how much traffic do we get with those Menterprise sites? A lot. But the thing is I don't care about that. I care about conversions, which is my affiliate clicks and money and revenue that comes from there, because it doesn't matter if you're getting a lot of rankings and a lot of clicks, that if it isn't converting, that's the only thing that I care about, really. on that particular type of thing. You got a question here.
Yeah, okay. So first thing is I don't SEO my main website at all for anything, and I don't actually SEO my photography website either. So I don't use SEO as a tactic to get new clients for SEO is the first thing. I obviously have my Facebook group. I do the show like this. I do some networking. I chat to a lot of people and do a bit of Twitter I've started doing recently and other stuff. So I comment a lot in Facebook groups and I try and help people. And the whole kind of know, like, trust thing is you get into conversations with people, you're trying to help people fix the problems, and that's what you do, really. So I don't do that kind of outbound like email, or I don't do any Facebook ads or anything else like that. I just try and connect and say hello to people. And obviously, as a photographer, as my kind of background trade, I focus on that as a niche. So I've got a little network of people that I work with and come up with things that are specifically for them, really. So that's kind of what I do, if that's any help. But happy to have a chat sometimes as well. I don't think we've spoken, Brian. So if you want to reach out, happy to have a chat and bounce some ideas around if that's helpful.
Yeah, he also said that he's editing each piece of his Mentorprise content and adding his own words for money sites. Do you have any tricks on how to get the content clean from brand names and company names?
Yeah, I tried to answer that earlier on. Maybe it didn't quite get. That was just using Text Shaker and leaving the Enterprise main content as it is with names in. I don't change that, but the headlines I think are really, really important, and I do clean the brand names out of the headlines using Text Shaker. It's a little bit manual process, but I think it's really valuable to use it that way. So. But yeah, we can have a chat about that if you want.
Yeah, I think the manually double checking is one way to do it. The other thing is there is a replacer tool inside of Mentorprise. So let me just share my screen again if I can. So what you can do is when you have your content that's in here, you can just hit the replacer and you just use these different things to replace the brand name with whatever name you want. So you can have a generic term instead of the brand name. In my testing, I was just trying to get the brand name. I just want to see how it would work with that. So
the brand names rank. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? If you keep them in, I mean, it might not be something that people want to see. Well, why use my brand name or whatever? But it definitely ranks. I mean, I put a campaign out and stuff like was ranking 4 for a branded keyword. It was like ridiculous, really. But yeah, depends what you want to do.
So thanks, Daryl. Which is quicker to rank the blogs on Google? SEO or BL or content? Oh, definitely content. Backlinks. I always say the quality comes from good quality content. So if you could boast your pillar content and really work on good quality content, that's going to trump links, I think, for the long haul, because I think that links have a short shelf life. A lot of links every day are falling off your domain. Okay, number one. Number two is there's always backlinks going to a site that has content. Okay, so when you have really good content, you have natural backlinks just coming to it. So no question about that. Content first, you're going to build up some natural backlinks. I only add backlinks to build up more popularity to something that's already dancing with Google and doing well. So it's just like a little bit of shot of steroids to get it going a little bit faster and a little bit harder. But content is the king when it comes to SEO, for real.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And also users like it. Users like good content.
You've got to read something. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So these are the domains that you can win today. We got a .com, we got a .io, we got a .store, and a .net. So we just throw a little potpourri of stuff. MyLocalPal.com, LegalQuestions.net, ukulele.store, which I think would be a good e-commerce site. A lot of people are into ukuleles. And Toothache.io for your dentist or something. All right. Let's see. Best email to reach out to Simon, like to chat. Oh, Simons.chat, right?
Simons.chat. Yeah. If you go on that, that's my messenger. So you'll be able to get in touch or message me through Local SEO Heroes or my website, simonhogman.com. So just say hello. Yeah.
Yeah. Tim is the spinner winner. All right. So why don't we do that? Tim, you start us off. Start
Well,
putting
hold on. What about the
Wait,
LTD of the week, Daryl?
well, do you want to do that now? We could do that
Well,
now.
you know, I thought I'd just get it.
Let me stop sharing.
Otherwise, we're not going to end on a high. Because if we end on LTD of the week, I feel it might be a bit disappointing compared to giving away a, $5,000 domain or something. So, let's
Yeah.
just get this. Let's just get this done.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Show me your
Yeah, I'll show
screen,
you the
and I'll
screen.
add
Hold
it
on.
to the
Hold on.
thing
Hold
here.
on.
Go
Yeah,
ahead
yeah.
and start putting your names in if you would like, guys, and we'll track you down.
I don't feel this has had the build-up, Daryl, that it should have had, really. But
Oh, I
let's
know.
just get.
I want to have
I
the
feel
show.
feel I'm getting pushed out here. Look, okay, this is just a new thing. We thought we'd have a bit of fun with it. This, as I said before, this is like I like LTDs. I buy them. I use many of them, not all of them. I do refund some of them as well. But this is just one that I've. So every week, if people are interested, and if you're not, let me know, and I won't do it again. But this is just something I picked up on. So LTD of the week for me this week is Clink.com, which is on AppSumo. And it's basically a cloud-based communication collaboration platform. It's basically a branded portal, so you can stick your domain on it, and you can use it with clients. You could use it with like a VA. You could use it with other partners, and I like it because it's secure, and I deliver content to clients. And I find that if I'm sending a Dropbox link or a Google Drive or an email, a lot of people message me on Facebook. It's just all over the place. There are lots of different platforms, but this one's actually pretty simple. It doesn't have invoicing and time tracking and project management. It's literally just a portal to share files, images to and fro, and also includes discussions as well. You can add team members. So I thought it was really useful. I've bought it. I've been playing around with it with my VA, and trying to send out a brief for a blog, and I just thought it was a really simple way to do it. And there was also an audit trail. One of the things I found with clients is send content out, and if I don't lock down the Google Drive, they change it, they edit it, they add comments, all sorts of stuff happens. So this is just a nice thing to do. So if you're interested in that, clink.com or go.ht/clinked, and that's my affiliate link, and I use it, and check it out. So that's LTD of the week. There we go.
All right. So next time, if you have it that you can show the back end, but is it too private to do that?
No, I can show that. We can get into that. I only wanted 2 minutes, but if people feel there's value in getting, I can show the whole thing. But yeah, it's cloud based. I can show you how the things add on. There's a question. There's like Monday or Trello. It's not really like either of them. It's more like a kind of an inbox that's sort of structured so that you basically have a discussion, say, hey, I'm sending you this file, and all the files are on the right hand side, and you can click the discussions and see the history and stuff. So it's more like a kind of structured communication platform, but without project management or any of those sorts of things. It's just really, I want to just deliver content to like a blog post. Here's your monthly blog, here's the text, got it, okay, brilliant, and then job done. So it's just that's what I'm using it for.
Cool. How much money? Somebody's asking.
$69 for a code. I think it gets you 15 users or something. I think you need to do 2 of those to get white label. I went for 4, just to 4 stack to get up to something like 50 or 60 users, just because if I want to use extra clients. But you can buy add-ons as well. You can pay $50 a month to get an extra 50 later on down the line. It didn't seem too bad. It's lifetime deals, so why not?
All right. So yeah, if anytime you want to, when you do that, you want to show us behind the cloud, behind the screen of what.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, happy to do it. If people think it works and the format works, I'm happy to do a little demo. That's no problem.
And let's get a video intro. That would be kind of cool. We'll get like some sort of a glitz it up a little bit,
Oh, yeah, we can polish it up. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Last chance to get your name on the wheel of names for one of these domains: mylocalpal.com, legalquestions.net, ukulele.store, and toothache.io. All right. Let me know if you have that set up. And so go ahead. We got Mazona was the last one. Take a look. We have your names here. Don, Tim Judge,
just checking as well.
David
Don,
T, Dana, 3C Pod, Brian H, Jeff W, Colin K, Shriek Ganeth, Mazona, and Mazona's already picking A, but he hasn't won yet. He or she. Yeah. So again, it's mylocalpal.com, legalquestions.net, ukulele store, and toothache.io. All right. Do you think we? Let's see. Do you think we
I
can
think we've got people. Yeah.
wheel of names? All right. Last call. Last call for the wheel of names. It's at 6:00, so I might wait just like one more minute because we like to say it's at the top of the hour. So wheel of names. If you want to jump in, this is the time. And oh, look at that. Don says the LTD is the second best 2 minutes at any given Sunday.
Oh wow! Well, look at that. That's quite an accolade. Thank you, Don. That's very kind of you.
Who's winning today? Who is this person? Do you know? Do you see?
Don't know. Who knows?
Let's see if it's on mine.
Mazzona's had a good run recently. There's Erdl. Yeah, Erdl's come in there. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mazzona's chosen it already. Let's see that. There's
yes.
3 in a row, is it?
Oh, George. George is on here, right? Yeah.
I think he might be as a Facebook user.
Jorge, yeah.
Jorge. I spoke to him and he said it's Jorge.
Yeah, it is. I screwed up. I Americanized it. Erdl's
asking a question about Sweet Dash, but I'll come back to that. Yeah, I've tried Sweet Dash, and I'll speak about that later. Yeah.
You know what? I got to make sure that I don't miss anybody because looks like on Facebook we had Jorge, and I didn't see him on here. Richard Patterson. All right.
All
right.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
So. Yeah. Cool.
We're ready to spin, and we're spinning and spinning and spinning. Let's see what happens here. Could be Tim Judge.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
There we go. Yay! Tim Judge.
Woo! Waited for a while, I think, on that one.
Yes.
Yeah. Well done.
Indeed.
Well done, Tim.
He said he was going to win. He said he was going to win this. So
doesn't he say he's going to win every week?
Yeah.
He also says spin.
Yes, he does. Yes,
so nice to get that anyway. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and bring up the domains again for you to look at. Tim, A, B, C, or D, mylocalpal.com, B, legalquestions.net, C, ukulelestore.store, and ukulele.store, or D, toothache.io.
You got to say about toothacheio. You got to say it properly.
Yeah.
Toothacheio.
Toothacheio. David says congratulations. Let's see. Did he tell us what one he wants?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Somebody said B, the spinner winner, but I don't think he meant B.
Yeah. Well, I think he does have a law customer.
Okay.
So I think
nice,
that might be a good one actually for him. Look at all the congrats you're getting there, Tim. Can you decide which one you want, or you want to get back to me later? You can do that, but the price goes up to $1,000 if you wait till later.
Still thinking about it.
All right. Yeah, look at all the congrats. Wow, this is like better than your birthday on Facebook.
This is something special, isn't it? Yeah. Something's happening.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I see a lot of accolades for Tim, but
somebody's wanting to come on, give us the join us link. So I don't know who that is.
Facebook that might be Tim. That might be
Tim. Yeah, maybe Tim's coming on. Yeah.
All right. Well,
he said thank you. So yeah, bring him on. Yeah.
All right. So let me set up the link here. It's going to take me just a second. If you want to talk about something while I'm doing that.
Well, yeah. I mean, Erdl had a question about Sweet Dash, which is a AppSumo lifetime deal that was done about a year or so ago. I did actually buy that, and I did actually refund it. It was more than what I needed for what I was doing, to be honest. But that's much more of a kind of broader scale platform. I know my accountant actually uses Sweet Dash, but they decided not to continue with it because they felt it was a bit slow. I'm not quite sure about that, but certainly it's more of like a kind of a portal that like a lawyer or an accountant or whatever might use, and I think it got a much broader scope. I think Clint, and that's why I like it, is it's much more narrowly defined, and it's documents, images, text, just between the client, all in one place. So that's why I went for that. But yeah, Sweep Dashboard's not for me, but no, that is for other people. Yeah.
So if you want to jump up, it's go.ht/guest. It's now wired up, so you can come up here, Tim, if you want to send us some Bitcoin or some crypto to buy this. That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Take some crypto off you. Money bags. Do you need me to make it bigger for you? I can make it bigger if you need it. There you go.
I think we can see it okay, but yeah.
He's going to go with, what is your guess? What do you think he's going to go with?
I think he's going to go with B. I think your guess is right.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's going
to go with that.
I do think so.
I think legal questions is obviously good. You could run like I actually used to own legalquestion.co.uk like 8 or 9 years ago. I don't own it anymore.
Wow.
And it was probably should have kept it, but it was like a forum. I know people use them as like a forum, so people come on and ask questions about legal, and then it's more of a kind of a public forum. But they're quite nice of putting just advertising on for law firms and whatever else. So it's quite a lot of scope for that kind of domain, I think.
Link again is go.ht/guest. Go.ht/guest. I'm looking for. I can type
Definitely
it in.
Works.
Here.
Yeah. I'm gonna just check it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, can you check it? I'm just typing.
Yeah, I'm checking. Yeah, Melon app. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, that looks live to me. Yeah.
Should look say Melon app instead of the other one. So we're trying this other one here now. All righty.
Looks good to me.
I don't see him in the studio yet. He's not in the stew yet.
No.
I wonder if anybody's been listening on Twitch, because we're on Twitch right now.
Did you put this out over Twitter in the end? Because I know this supports Twitter.
Yeah, I did actually. I think I did.
So talking of LTDs, I was on Twitter earlier on, and a thing flashed up saying insider news, and it said come and listen live. And the guy who runs Pitch Grounds, Udit, he was sharing that. So I went on, and then there were like 15, 20 people just having a chat about LTDs and digital marketing and all that kind of stuff. It was quite good. They as soon as I came on, the guy said, "Oh, hi there, Simon. Yeah, come and introduce yourself." Just working on something. I hadn't expected to say anything, but Twitter's doing. It's a bit like what's it called, Clubhouse.
Cool.
That's how it looked like. It was kind of like just
Twitter Spaces. Chatting. Yeah, Twitter Spaces.
Twitter Spaces. That's it. Yeah, I've never used it before. So yeah, I just had a look at that. But yeah, so anyway, somebody says they're joining there. So
cool.
Hopefully they'll come in there. So yeah,
we got 0 viewers on my Twitter feed. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Next time.
But
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try and use it more. I think there's quite a few SEOs on there, so I'm gonna give it a go.
Hey,
yeah. Hey Tim.
Hey Tim.
Gentlemen, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
How you doing?
Well, thank you very much. Yes, I will be going with B.
Yeah,
B, legalquestions.net. You got it, brother.
For the win. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is my second legal-based win, so I am excited.
Nice.
Yes. You get a trophy too. Somebody said, Erdo says we should be giving away NFTs. What do you think? Would you tune in for NFTs if we give them away?
I was at NFT NYC last week. Last week. And,
wow, cool.
I'm getting very deep into the NFT scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very much so. So yeah, that'll be my next great launch. Will be some NFT stuff. But I'm with a group that's launching some NFTs next week. So very, very exciting for that project and for that launch. So yeah, that'll be my next thing. But I do have a legal customer, so that fits right into the program for me. So
it can be a really good like lead generation site.
Absolutely, that's what I'm looking for.
Because it'll just basically create a question that becomes a lead.
Yeah.
So,
but I have now. I think I said this is I won Scuba. FindScuba.com. I've won Best New York Lawyers Near Me, I think it was .com, and now this one. So I think, Daryl, I have to book you for some consulting. I think at the minimum, I think I have to do. So
Sure.
tell me
Yeah.
when you're available this week, and we can tweak these things up and make them really good, so that I can come back and give you a great testimonial.
Oh, that sounds
Not that I
good.
wouldn't give you one
That's
anyway.
great.
I mean, I love coming Sunday nights. It is the best 2 minutes on Sunday. And I appreciate the lifetime deal of the week. I like that little feature. I'll be looking forward to those too. So good
Great.
stuff.
Okay. Well, we'll keep doing it. That sounds great.
Let me ask you this, because I do a lot of video stuff, and I'm a champion of StreamYard. What made you go Melon app?
Well, there was one of the problems with StreamYard is that whenever I would go on it, it would throw my stuff into my personal feed, which I like to keep my personal feed separate from my mass page stuff. I like to keep that as basically family stuff and things like that. So that was the one thing. And I was also looking for a way to use it for meetings instead of Zoom. So this works actually pretty good, because it works a lot like meetings. So you could just basically set this up, and then you can record it. You could stream it live if you want. So one of the things I want to see about doing is using it as a webinar tool, because I've been using GoToWebinar. I'd like to get away from that. So the price on this is cheaper than StreamYard and GoToWebinar. So I do like that, and I like how clean it is and how easy it is. Like, I can launch just like this and do that. There's so many different boxes. Oh, that's a cool box. There we go. That's a Brady Bunch.
Oh, that's good.
Can you play videos for us?
Yeah,
stream a video
I
into
can
the
stream
program.
video. Yeah, do you want me to do that?
No, just wondering, because I haven't used Melon app, and I'm always looking for something better and something cheaper. So
yeah. I mean, it does the cameras pretty good. Let me just see if I can play a video. I just did this interview. See if I can do a test video. Let's see this one here. I'll just stop it. Yep. Should
Okay.
work.
Welcome to another talk. My name is Daryl Ledyard. I'm enjoying this Wisdom app. I hope you are.
I'm using Wisdom, so let's cancel that.
What we're going to do is
now, how do you stop sharing it?
Deep dive.
Let's not do a
with
60-minute deep
that I
dive.
met here
Stop
doing talks.
All right, there we go. Yeah, it does work.
Daryl overload.
It's all overloaded.
And how many people can you have on screen at a time? How many guests?
You have 9. You have 9 people.
9 plus yourself, or 9?
9 total.
Total.
I think
So
the
that's
standard
one-
plan's 6, and I think the top plan's 9, isn't it, Daryl? I think there's one that's $15 a month. That's 6 people. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, the StreamYard though has now 50 gigabytes of stored videos, so you can save your streams and then go back and restream them. Do they have anything like that?
I see how that is. Yeah, you can save them. These all get saved, but they only store for 6 months or something like that. I'm not
6
sure.
months is not
You
bad.
can download them, but you can download them and
Right.
put them on your own thing.
How about the audio version? I could go look it up, but it's easier to ask.
I think it does. I think it does do an audio version for you. I think it does record an audio version. I haven't messed around with that, but
We're on week 2 of this, aren't we? This is we're filling you on it.
yeah, they have
You're gonna have to share your link now, because I'm gonna go check it out. So you might as well give me your affiliate link.
Oh yeah. Let me do that. I get $10, my friend.
You're gonna
$10.
put her through. Yeah, so you can refer. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Now I can cancel my consulting.
Yeah, you're just trying to.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the law of reciprocity is very strong, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
$10
I'm happy to
referral
take
or an hour of consultancy with Daryl. $10 either way. Yeah.
Yeah,
worth every penny.
every penny.
Yeah, no, I run probably 5, 7, probably 8 hours of streaming a week.
Oh wow, yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I there's a lot of prep and stuff like that. So I kind of stopped looking for new and improved versions of StreamYard. So, thanks for introducing me.
Yeah, I like this thing. It's pretty cool. The only thing is, if you have any problems with Chrome, it'll crash. Like I was using a whole bunch of stuff, and it crashed, and then you go back to it and it picks you right back up in the stream. The stream just continues.
Yeah.
Until you fully end the stream, you could just come right back into it.
It's got that it's disconnection protection or something it's called. It's like a feature that they advertise. Yeah.
Well,
which I think is quite useful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and I like how these boxes. I like how the boxes go around your picture when you're talking. Right. Yeah, it's more like Zoom does. So I think that's cool.
All right. Well, that is cool. I will definitely go check it out. So
yeah,
put that link in the Facebook feed.
Yeah, you know what?
Want to just get it to me later?
Yeah, I'll have to get it to you later because I don't know if I'm an affiliate. So.
All right. Well, I'll reach out to you so we can get the legalquestions.net and the other stuff. That'd be great. Yep. Thank you again. It's always a pleasure listening to you guys. It is one of the highlights of my Sundays. Absolutely.
Awesome. We'd love to have you. We missed you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been too long, but it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Good. Crazy good. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very good, guys.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I will catch you next time. And thank you very much again for the
good to see you, Tim.
For the stuff.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. So let's see. We had a few questions about Melon app. Here's the domain. Somebody says Melon app. I don't have an affiliate on here right now, so you can just look at it if you want. Does it integrate with OBS? I don't know. I think it does, actually. I would have to look at that. Let's see. Yes, it could. Yeah, I see OBS virtual camera.
Just take it as a feed, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do that. It does work with that. Somebody says undefined Daryl. Hello, if you need. Oh, that's great.
Somebody advertising some stuff. Yeah.
Teams has similar features. Yeah, anything Microsoft, I pretty much don't get into too much, but I'm sure it does. That probably sounds like Dana. Dana's our Microsoft master. So yeah, so Tim gets the hat trick. That's 3 in a row. So three lawyer.
Don's had more than 3 though, hasn't he? I think Don must be up to 5 or 6 now.
I don't know.
We'll have to see who gets up to the 10. Who's up to 10? I mean, people are going to be paying their mortgages off with this, Daryl. You know that. Yeah. Their income on the tax return is going to be, domain spinner or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking a question about what's my opinion on DMT. I'm using it for creating topical relevant silos for MPP. Yep, that's pretty much my opinion about it. Is use it for whatever way to create these relevant silos. I think it's a very sophisticated way of doing that. So yeah, definitely. Mentorprise, I kind of feel like that you could overthink it with using DMT. With Mentorprise, you're throwing like literally a million darts at the wall. But when it comes to MPP or WordPress, definitely that could be a good tool for that. I have it, so I don't use it as much as I should, but I do have it, so it's in my toolbox.
You can also use Mentorprise alongside WordPress as well. That's one of the things I'm doing is building campaigns and then redirecting traffic automatically onto a WordPress site to power it up, really. And you can also send links to it too. So there's other ways to do it in the background.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. I think we're going to call this a night. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we're all good. Don's just saying he had a hat trick, but he didn't claim one in time, so he's obviously a bit disappointed. We'll have to wish him luck for future ones that you can get, get the triple in. Yeah.
Yes, and I know there's some people that are having problems getting their domains from GoDaddy. So 3C in the pod, I think we're still trying to get that Premier Vine over to you. I'm holding that space because we're actively trying to get it to you. I don't know why you're not getting the emails. But we or something has to go back and forth so that it works, and somebody's missing something on their end. I keep checking on my end and I approve it, but it just doesn't end up in your box for some reason. So we can talk about that off the air. So all right, anything else you want to say, Simon, or we're going to close the door?
No, that's all good. Good to see everyone tonight. Yeah, thanks for everyone's feedback and questions.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And tell other people about it if they could use some information about these topics. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.